So oops, sorry guys, I have no eyebrows. I know that school can be very rough and tough, especially right now, I guess. I figured out a bunch of cool like study tips that helped me through, and I know I did another one of these back in the summer, so if you want to go ahead and click on that video, I'll leave a link down below. First tip is to read an audiobook for like a summer reading project or something on your computer. I did this for my summer reading project for To Kill a Mockingbird, and there's just like an audio version online, and I play on 1.5 speed to make it go fast but not too fast that I can't comprehend what it's saying. I'm a really slow reader and I can't motivate myself to like continuously read chapter by chapter, and yeah, I just find reading is really dreadful, especially over the summer, so I think that this tip definitely helped me, and I went through the book in like I think a week. Another supplemental tip is to read Spark Notes. I did this for the Scarlet Letter, don't tell my teacher. But anyway, a lot of people in my class did that, and there's always an analysis part, which I think is, oh my god, the lighting is so bad! There's an analysis section where you can fully understand the story, and I did okay on my test. Yeah, don't do this all the time, but if you want to just read analysis after you read the book, it's definitely an extra tip to help you understand the story even more. So I do this all the time when I'm studying for math. So like when the teacher assigns you like worksheets or homework problems, and they usually assign like all odd ones, and some of the even ones that they don't assign you are usually on the test because they're the same like kind of material. So if you are studying, make sure to redo the odd math problems and the even math problems and see how far you are at, I guess. But my teacher always go over the answers, so definitely be taking notes when they're going over the answer and write it down so you can kind of flip back and check. The third tip still has to do with math, I guess. So what I like to do when I'm reading my problems is to give myself a grade at the end or say encouraging words. For example, I'm going to do a close-up. Yay, you're ready, Ashley, or great. Like I just check myself in different ink of the answers and like real define, and it kind of motivates me. I don't know why, but especially after you get like 10 math problems right in a row or something like that, I think it's pretty helpful. It's a little weird, but it works for me. Number 4. So I take a push, and there's a lot of reading, and our teacher always assigned us to read the textbook. But okay, I tried. I'm stuck on the first chapter because I read the whole thing, which was like, I don't know, 40 pages, and that was so boring. And instead, find the outlines. They summarize everything and they pick out the key information, especially the ones teachers give you, because those are usually the ones on the quiz and tests. There's always outlines online, and our teacher actually gave us a supplement book that actually has the outlines of the chapters. So I think it's way more helpful and less time consuming because like I couldn't understand everything when I read the 40 pages because I'm just like, when is this over? When is this over? And it was just a mess. A lot of you guys probably do this already, but it's to find a study buddy for each and every class or a study chat room. So I do this with my friends. I have a few friends that have the same classes but not at the same time as me, but that's still fine, and I usually ask them, hey, what's the homework if I'm absent, or I usually ask them what the homework questions are if I didn't pay attention in class. I mean, why would they be like, I'm not gonna tell you the math problem? You know, we're trying to help each other, and I always have a buddy in each class so I know what I missed so I can catch up, or if I have questions I always ask them, and it helps me. It kind of strengthens your friendship in a way as well because you guys are struggling together, I mean succeeding together. Number 6. I actually love this one, and that is to get a planner, and I actually don't have a planner, which is kind of ironic, but I actually use the app Notes on my phone, and then every time I'm on the way home, I always keep track of what I need to do and the homework problems and what test is tomorrow, what quiz is on the next day, so therefore I can prepare beforehand and just kind of do some stuff and get it out of the way so I can prep for the quiz and test coming up, and I think it's a nice way to plan ahead. Number 7, this one is about school in general. Everyone wants to get like a seal on their diploma of like community service hours, but like sometimes you don't have that much time during the school year, I guess, to get all your hours. Well, what I like to do is join clubs that help you get community service hours, and a lot of schools offer like Key Club. In my school we do Ecology Club, which we recycle bottles and stuff, and that's for community service hours. And yeah, I do it every Wednesday. Oh, I try to do it every Wednesday afternoon, and I get half an hour. You always want to type up the question of your worksheet or something if you are really stuck. I do this all the time just in case, because sometimes some of my teachers get their material from online, so when you type up the question, the whole answer key pops up and you're like, okay,
God bless.
You start filling things in. It's so like easy, you know. Number 9, this has to do with APs, and I know a lot of high school students do like IB or AP or some other like challenging courses or even honors, and I'm in 3 APs this year, which isn't a lot compared to some people. I know I have crazy friends who take like 6 out of like 7 classes and they're gonna do like 5 more next year, and they did 3 already. Yeah, they're crazy, but I'm not doing that much APs because I'm already stressed out about just 3, and yeah, life sucks. I'm just kidding. So what I like to do for APs is to get review books. For example, so this is my psychology notebook. I like the Barron's one because my teacher uses as well, so it kind of like goes hand in hand, which, you know, corresponds to the right info. So what I like to do sometimes is to write the stuff out, because there's always like free space on the outside of the chapters, so you can like kind of write stuff out. And my friends think I'm crazy, but then I stopped doing that once after. See, I kept doing it until like a few recent chapters, because I feel like another way helps me even better when I'm doing this stuff is to write it out on a blank canvas. I mean, not canvas, sheet of paper, and I jot the important stuff down, so this way you're not like damaging the book. Basically creating a study guide or like an outline for yourself. And yeah, it helps me get A's on the test. But for my other APs for English, usually I don't really study too much because it's not like anything you could really study for unless it's like a book or something, like, so that's not that bad. But like the essay stuff, like what I like to do is to exchange it with my friends, and we kind of correct each other's essays, so like proofreading. But for A-Push, I'm really struggling. I didn't expect it to be that hard. I just know that it's US history. It shouldn't be that long. It's like 200 something years. But then when I went in, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to know every single important thing that happened these years. And I'm just like, whoa, I thought it was gonna be fine. But I've been, let's just say that my grade is not that good in A-Push, but I study a lot and I get the review book, I write stuff out, but the questions just kind of triggers me. I don't know why, I just get them wrong all the time. And I hate DBQ. I was like, why did I take A-Push? I should have just taken something easier, gosh. And my last tip, number 10, is to do practice problems. This sounds very vague and like pretty lucid, I'm pretty sure. For A-Push, for example, I look up questions online and I do like A-Push chapter 7 like quiz or flashcards or Quizlet, and there's usually a lot of stuff up there already, so you can definitely try to quiz yourself. But usually I'd say the material that your teacher leaves you is usually the most helpful, and whatever your teacher recommends. For example, my teacher recommends us to get the AMSCO book for A-Push, and I have that, and that's basically how our lesson goes. It flows pretty well, but I still fail because I'm stupid and I just suck at history. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up if any of these tips help you. If I repeated something you already knew, I hope that's okay because I'm just kind of reiterating the fact. Leave a comment down below and tell me which one of these you have tried or you want to try, and also let me know some of your best study tips because we want to succeed together, am I right? And yes, I'm still kind of drowning in junior year, but I'll make it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!